Good afternoon, folks. This is Friday, Falcon Friday, Pipe Week 2025. Uh, this is Lee Kersey, the Simple Georgian, and I wanted to make a video today. I was trying to make videos pretty much for the most part of this week, it being Pipe Week. Um, I do have a couple of Falcons, but I have them put up, and um, because of the way things are going with my life right this moment, I will have to show them to you later. I chose not to dig them out due to time constraints and where I've got. I mean, I can get to them pretty quick. It's just I've got a bunch of other stuff that I've got to move to get to them, and I just with my work schedule and everything like that, I chose not to do that today. I can show that to you later. But what I will do is, I wanted to remind y'all as well. You have, if I'm not mistaken, you have the St. Claude. The Nats is going crazy now. I'm not smoking anything today. I just come in from work, just had supper. And yeah, we call it supper here in the South. It's not dinner. Dinner is what you eat for lunch. But yeah, anyway, I just had supper, and so I'm not smoking anything. Like I said, it's the heat index down here is pretty rough. This is actually one of the cooler days for this week. Next week it's supposed to be brutal. We're supposed to be in the 100 plus next week every single day. So I may or may not make videos next week. Just a heads up. If I do, it's either going to be of a morning or in a very late afternoon. So when it does cool down. But I wanted to remind y'all that the St. Claude Pipe Show is supposed to be going on this week, if I'm not mistaken. That's in St. Claude, France. Yes, I know that a lot of you that watch my channel does not go over there, but I do know one or two that is in my channel is going over there. And they also have the Capital Land Pipe Show in Albany, New York this weekend. So, and July the 19th, you're going to have a small show at Smitty's there in Gainesville, Georgia. Any of y'all there in North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina area, Florida, you could probably get to that one pretty easy. It's right there in Gainesville, Georgia. Smitty's Cigar Lounge is not too far off of the interstate there, and you should be able to get to that one pretty easy. And that's going to be the 19th of July. It'll be on a Saturday. I do know of 2 blenders going, and I know of 3 pipe makers that's going. And of course, like I said, you got the Capital Land Pipe Show there in Albany, New York this weekend. I know several people that's going to that one. Unfortunately, I won't make that one or Smitty's. The one for Smitty's, I'll be on my quote-unquote paid vacation. And I've got a deal worked out with a buddy of mine that I grew up with. Every year of that week, I go up to Columbus, Ohio, and I drive his truck and equipment up. I handle logistics on this end and that end. I stay the whole week, and I drive his truck and equipment back. And if they have anything up there, during the week they need me to do, I take care of it. His children and the gun club that he's in, they have their national competitions or international competition, whatever, I don't know. But it's a whole week ordeal there in Columbus, so I will be up there. And I will be making videos from up there because there's, you've got Pipes and Pleasures Pipe Shop there, and or Cigar Lounge, and then you've got Barclays or the Governor's. They have 5 stores there around Columbus. So I'll probably be making a couple of videos from the Columbus, Ohio area when I'm up there. But what I wanted to do today is, before I forget, some of you have noticed that the area up there where Brian Doran is at, has been devastated with some major flooding and catastrophic um, issues up there. Let's pray for them people in that area. And then I don't know if you've seen it or not, but they just opened up I-40 there at the North Carolina Tennessee border, and they've had to shut it down again due to flooding, flash floods. So let's pray for them people in them both of them areas. I mean, I know we've had storms and stuff in other areas, but that's the most recent. So what I want to do today is I want to turn the camera around and show y'all some of the mail call that I got today or this week. I normally don't go to the post office but once a week, so this is what I got in this week, and go from there, because some of it is stuff I've been telling y'all about. So I'm going to pause the video and turn it around, and we'll start going through the packages. Okay, alrighty then. So this is from Skinner Smoke Rings, Skinner's Thrill Seeker. He makes a cake, a big cake, and then he cuts it up into plugs. It's all whole leaf. This is some of the artisan blenders that I deal with. It's on Facebook. That's how I found him, and that's how I deal with him. It's through Facebook and PayPal. Skinner's Thrill Seeker. He sells plugs like this, and you have to catch him, ahead of time, and get on the list, or either because he don't make very many, very much. So that's what I got from him this week. And pause and catch the next one. Okay, this is from Mad Hatters. We got Jabber Jockey Cake. That's one of them. That's 2 ounces. Then we've got KC Smoke. And then we've got Cheshire's Insanity. All these are 2-ounce packages. So he sends labels to put on the jars, as well as, puts it on the tobacco. And it's all, how can I say this? I know what they call this and I can't think of it. Anyway, it's one of the machines that you put it in to take the air out. So that's from Mad Hatter's Tobacco. The next thing I got was some Two Guys cigars. It's some of the new Perdomo Legacy cigars. These are the Epicure. So I've got those. They come from Two Guys Cigars. This one is from Appalachian's Custom. I've got a bag of Midnight Rider and a bag of 41. I know he's going to be there at the Smitty's Cigar Lounge for the pipe show. And Pritchett Select Smokes, I know, will be there at the pipe show there at Smitty's. So you can meet both of those. They're talking about the blends on their pages and in their Instagrams. So y'all got something to look forward to. And I've got one more, and we'll get back to the rest of the conversation. Okay, the next thing I got in my mail today, I've told y'all I've been looking at some sheds, and I know several people buys the portable buildings, but I'm actually looking at building this. I got these plans, and I wanted something with a front porch. I wanted something to look like a little cottage. So I'm going to go through this and get my tool list together and see what the cost of it would be, and go from there. Let me pause this and I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm back with you. I'm not Sorry about that. I had to get over there and get me some of my drink. I am not 100% sure on the shed. Now that I've got the actual plans in my hand, I can sit down and do a price comparison. I am positive that if I build it, it will be a better shed than what I can buy as a portable building. And with that particular shed there, what I'm trying to do, if I was just to do like a little cigar lounge, I could probably get by with a little, I don't know, 8 by 10, 8 by 12, something like that. Just something to put a shelf in to display my pipes, and maybe a bookshelf and a little like a recliner or something similar to that. And that would probably be plenty. But what my plan is to have and I got the idea from Old Man Things, from Mike there at Old Man Things. He's got his Frog and Toad pub, and I'm wanting something. I see like the Pipe Cottage, Dr. Alan Harrelson has his library, and I don't have a place in my home that I will smoke in. And because of the weather here in South Georgia, probably, I want to say 90% of our weather down here in South Georgia is either average or above average as far as heat, humidity. We have very little cold weather down here. When we do have cold weather, we know it, but very little. And I'm wanting something that I can get into and have, if you will, a study, a library, a office to where I could do my studies in and be able to smoke my pipes and cigars, have somewhere I could have a little sip or two of something, and not be out here on the porch. I mean, because like I've told y'all before, I'm in the heat, in the elements, pretty much regular. And I don't smoke in the house, I don't smoke in the car. And with my position, with the job that I have, and the job that I've always had, it is ludicrous for me to take the risk to try to drink and drive. So I made a decision that I can have a shed of some type here for a miniature office, pipe, smoking lounge, and something where I could have a drink or something at the house. And it feels like I'm getting away from the house and going to a cigar lounge. And I'm wanting something that looks, pretty neat. And I seen them plans on Amazon, and I really like them. So I bought the plans, and like I said, I'm going to compare the price of that to what I could get in a portable building and make a decision. I'm trying not to finance anything. So with these plans, I could probably do that without having to finance anything, pay for it out of pocket. But build it, like I said, a little bit of loan, and go from there. And I'll update y'all on that part of it. But that'll give me, it's a 16 by 20, which is pretty good size. It'd give me room to have an office, have a display cabinet for my pipes, have a nice little sitting area to smoke cigars and pipes and contemplate, make videos, and maybe have a little dram or two, as Mike from Old Man Things talks about. I'm not a beer drinker. I'm not a big whiskey drinker. I'm not a big scotch drinker. But every now and then I do want to have a little sip and a little shot of something. So that way I can do that, and then walk back to the house and not have to worry about driving. And that could be my afternoon of studying and my little office, and do my little thing there. and make videos and be out of the weather. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I've got in the mail today. And in the process, I'll be going through some more of my pipes. I'll make videos of them. And we'll catch y'all on the next video. We thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And we appreciate y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. May God bless.